Alright, should be back on. Hopefully this one doesn't disconnect. That's going to interrupt the stream on the... that's going to interrupt the VOD, but not much I can do about that. I'd rather not be... are you not working? Oh, yes you are. Okay. But I need to go deeper into the hole, it feels like. Yeah, they're just waiting inside the hole. They're not getting out. That puzzle was made a lot harder in final. Clearly. Like the fish... eels? Probably eels. Hiding in the holes. Are a lot more aggressive in final. Probably because they've positioned less deep into the hole in final. Alright. Is that missing texture? Or was my camera clipping? My camera was clipping. Alright, so this is living quarter L, so also quite a few iterations on this. Not going to get this guy from here. This room seems to be identical as well. Oh, this is different. They moved this compared to final. This is different. Let me see if I can find the proper living quarters that should be hit. Right. So in final you have a corridor that goes forward and then turns around. And here they just made a... this turnaround doesn't exist. I'm not sure why they changed that. Maybe to make this hole less obvious? Because it's pretty obvious when you enter here. Because there's a hole here and you see directly this. So I guess people were wasting time trying to go here, and by making this corridor it makes this less obvious. People waste less time on this. Maybe that was the idea. Or was it because of the flip maps? Because there's a bunch of... and actually it's interesting because this flip map trigger overlaps into this room. Which I think the speedrun uses that trigger, overlapping trigger into the room here. So that's a remnant of how it looked like in this stage of development. This flip map is overlapping. That's hilarious. Huh. Come back here. Missing a death sound for you. Missing a sound for you as well. Oh! That did kill me. Didn't expect this to actually kill me. I thought it was finished moving, but I guess it wasn't. Well, back here we go. Let's try this again. Excuse you. Shouldn't I be able to jump this? Maybe. I remember the collision is a big fucked in final as well. Okay, server seems to be holding on. I had disconnections earlier. Seems to be holding on so far. So yeah, this is different. As I said before I died earlier. There's a corridor that normally goes around that does not exist here. Climbing back up is going to be annoying. Can you even climb back up? Yeah, you can, okay. Might as well trigger the boulder. Did that? Yeah, that did. There you go. Anything on any of you? Nope. Disappointed. Alright, so this looks... Oh, this is different. They raised this in order to make it harder to jump across in final. So quite a few differences already this early into the level. This is what it looks like in Classic. You can see this is raised. Well, this one isn't. This one is probably in order to make it harder to jump from here to here and skip the fire. I think this one is also missing. Let me double check that. Yeah, and this one is missing, so it's a lot easier to just jump across this. It's pretty obvious why they made that change. Drop save. Because even in final you can still skip this. Just need to be a bit careful. Deeply sorry, the Twitch servers are clearly glitching. And there's not much I can do about that. I already tried to change servers. It's probably going to do that the entire morning. Sorry about that. Thanks, Twitch. Anyway, as I was saying, if you shut down the fire in final, it will stay on. If you don't shut down the fire, it will stay on when you flood the room with water. Something they fixed in Remaster. But I want to see if that is already the case in this version. Missing a sound here as well. It's going to be one of those days, I guess. Glad at least yesterday's stream was fine. What's the... like this? Yeah, like this. Should be able to just jump here. Yeah. Don't they drop things in final? Well. Alright, so I think this block puzzle actually is like different in the Japanese version. So is that something they changed earlier or later? Should be able to diagonal jump this. There is shotgun ammo behind this in final. Is it here? No, it's not. Now, I think the Japanese version just removes one of the blocks. Makes this easier for some reason. Which is a weird change to do, because they don't really do similar things in other parts of the game. It's just one weird change they decided to do for some reason. Hoping the connection is not going to keep dropping all morning. Doesn't seem to be on my side. I will try to quickly open a web page if that happens again. Just to see if it's internet on my side or if it's really Twitch. Texture is wrong on this side. It's going to be like that all morning. It did the same thing a few weeks ago. Like a couple months ago, maybe? Damn you, Twitch. It looks like, from the camera view, that they just removed the flame area altogether. Which is an interesting decision. So maybe this version of the room didn't have the flames before? And they added them later, and they haven't fixed the flip map yet at this point? Who knows? Yeah, the fires are completely removed. Also, the texture here is missing, which makes me think that this entire fire puzzle was added late and was not present when they made this flip map, and they hadn't fixed the flip map yet. At this point. Interesting. We get some air before we continue. So it's like just boulders and the enemies here for this entire room. Oh, downstairs, I made it. Let me kill this guy so I don't have to worry about him. Want to see if the giant eel is there. You haven't used med packs much. It is there, it's not making noises, but it's there. I'm going to lose health from air. Yeah, that's fine. Got plenty of med packs. Not a big problem. I think that's the only dude here. Okay, so in final you can just jump here and skip most of the puzzle. We're going to play the puzzle Dev intended. But yeah, that was already the case. Nobody noticed. This room seems to be identical. Don't remember if the pipes were there in final. Where are we? Oh no, they are there. I just never set foot in that room usually because you can just... And it's dropping a game again. Yeah. Are we back? Looks like it's holding. I got a bunch of dropped frames and it's holding. I might as well put a little message saying sorry, server unstable, Twitch is being... so that at least when that happens, people will know what's happening. There we go. Whether to switch like that as well in final. Yeah, they were. Double checking real quick. So this room seems to be exactly the same. Let me drop a save. That did not work. Dropped some frames again. It seems to be holding. Right, so dev intended is you just do that and grab this. Pull this. Again, you could just not do that and jump directly on the shimmy here. Identical so far. Nothing to see here. The merit you down here, I believe. Yeah. Alright. Yep. Third or fourth disconnection today. Do be like that. It do be like that. Let's go down here. That should make things a bit easier. Nothing else to see here. That already existed as well. Don't think there's supposed to be anything in here. Okay, we can also skip the opera. I'm going to try to see if we can skip the theater. But we're going to play it straight as well. Different dude in final here. It's the guy with the white shirt and the stick in final, I believe. Yeah, this guy with the cap. So was it maybe not implemented yet? I don't know. Not sure if there's any difference. Maybe they have different stats. Not sure. or if it's just a visual difference. Alright, finally we can just jump across here. I assume we can in this version because the geometry seems to be the same. It's just an annoying jump to do, but we can. Let me see if I can... Not going to try too many times. I've done it before, but I don't do it consistently, and also... Yeah. Precision delay probably doesn't help either. Emulation delay, I mean. Theater key. I need to go around. You can see the shadow of one of the guys. Not sure if he's on the different floor or if he got glitched upstairs because of the block, which is something the TR2 engine will do to you. Oh, shit, hello. I think it was glitched upstairs because of the block. TR2 engine does that to you. Hello. That guy probably isn't supposed to be spawned yet. Oh, we ran out of ammo for this. Got plenty of this, though. Oh, there we go. That's a tier 1 bug, where if you activate an item like that, like the key here, and you immediately get the weapons out, for some reason it doesn't trigger, well, it doesn't activate the trigger, and you have to get back on the same square without the weapons out to properly trigger it. There's a dude up here. Oh, I've got plenty of this. I have the sound for that online for some reason. It's dark. Mommy. Oh. Good job, me. That works. Let me just... Yeah. Camera angle is not working. Is that the one where you're supposed to fill the pool at the end? I think it is. So we just get out. Someone spawned. Yeah. So that camera angle was broken. Pretty short level overall, especially if you skip half the things. But even without skipping half the things, it's still pretty short level. Alright, so now that's going to be a fun level. Going to be interesting to see if there's any significant differences. This is the deck D, so not been a lot of changes. This is a pretty early version, or this is a late level. Level they added late in the game. Flamethrowers? Question mark? Yep. Wrong texture here. In final, you can angle a jump to grab this. I'm not going to try because I'm very bad at it. I'm not sure I ever got this right. Ooh, this area is laggy. It's a big open area, so it's not particularly surprising, but ooh, that's violent. They give you the grenade launcher here if you don't already have it. Isn't there an alcove here, maybe, in final? I don't remember. Where's the secret? Isn't the secret supposed to be here? Am I crazy? Or is it over there? No, it's over there, isn't it? Yeah, right. That makes more sense. No big surprise there. Keys down here. Nope. Good job, me. Let's try this again. It would be interesting to see if the force damage was already there or not. Stern key. Oh, hello. Didn't remember you. Should be a dude on the right here. Right, so another skip we can do here, which looks like it might just be possible because the geometry is the same, is to push the block here and then make the jump from here to here, which is a massive skip for this level. Not going to do that, but it is possible. It looks like it's possible, at least in this version. Seems to be exactly the same geometry. Could diagonal jump this as well, if I want to. Yep. No surprise here. Oh yeah, it is a field at this point. We need to unfill it. Where's the switch? Switch is here. Don't remember if there's a music cue here in Final. Most of this stream is me wondering, was this the same in Final or not? Oh, who spawned? Where? Oh, there you go. It's bad level design to have a trapdoor like that is required for progress and that only opens when you step on it. Because as a player you're not supposed to know that it's going to do that. You see a closed trapdoor, it's just a closed trapdoor. It's bad level design, I would say. Alright, so that empties this. Did you have anything? No, you didn't. Looking forward to some of the later levels, to be honest. Is that all it is in Final? No, it's not. Okay, that's different. Because it's a rocky tunnel that leads directly to the lake. So what we have here is a section that was cut. I'm not sure what this block is for. Where does this link to? Does this link outside where the propeller is? Oh, okay. This makes the propeller collapse. They removed that probably because it didn't look good and it was a lot of back and forth. Kinda want to see this. Okay, that's new. That's certainly new. Which explains a few things with the propeller here, because that area with the water and the propeller didn't do anything. You didn't go there. You didn't need to go there at all in final. Except it didn't work because of flipmap issues? Question mark. Let me get there again. This might be broken. If it's broken, I might have to do the jump to skip this. It might be one too many flipmap for the level design here. Let's try this again. Might reload the save to see it again. If I can trigger it again. Super Penaldo. Oh, hello. Good morning, good morning. Right, I can't move this any further anyway. I can't pull this back up any further. And of course it won't trigger again. What save do I have? I want to see this again. But yeah, we might have to skip this. Thankfully there are a few ways to skip part of the level. I would rather... I don't know if the cheats work in this, and I don't know how to make the cheats work in on PlayStation anyway. So that will be interesting. I will drop a save before triggering the block to see if we have a way to go around this. Might be able to check where the flipmap triggers are. But yeah, because the water is a flipmap, this probably gets reset when you leave the room. And it doesn't get re-triggered properly again, so you can enter where the propeller collapses. So let's do this a bit quicker this time, since we're not looking around. Not going to bother killing the fishes. Very interesting. Yeah, given the flipmap shenanigans, I'm not surprised that they cut this. Just because they couldn't get it to work. Alright. Sorry about that. Twitch do be like this. No, this way, please. It's like the 5th or 6th disconnection we got today. You don't miss anything because going there, I've already done that once. Nope, don't need to move that. I do wonder if the flip map is still present in final. We should be able to check that on TR view. Or if they just removed it as well. That would be extremely interesting if it's still there. Right. So I'm going to drop a save here. I'm going to drop a save state as well. Because I don't know if I can keep multiple saves in Tomb Raider to PlayStation. Like, it doesn't ask me to select a slot, so it just does the last save. Let me and we should be back. Yeah, might as well pull the block while it's reconnecting, no reason not to. Right, so in final here you have a rock tunnel that just goes behind the propeller. In this version, they make you pull a block in order to collapse the ground under the propeller. And they have a camera hint for this. And when I tried that earlier, the flip map reset before I could actually do anything with that. Right. So that's what happens. I'm going to check TR view of the final version to see if I can spot the... there you go. So first of all, is there a flip map here? No, they removed the flip map. It looks like. Yeah, they removed the flip map. So fair enough. Second of all, how do I... Where are the flip map triggers for this? Flip 0, flip 0. Okay, they're around the exit here. So the exit is here. And there are triggers on both sides. If those triggers have a height, I'm not sure I will be able to skip them. I don't know if I can see that, actually. I'm going to try to jump on this and jump across here to see if I can not trigger the flip map. Those flip map triggers are here in order to make sure that when you enter this area, the room is filled with water, because that's a flip map as well. So it's there to ensure that consistency. Problem is, it also fucks up the propeller down here as a result. Which is probably why they just removed that completely from the final game. So let's see if we can get this to work properly. By making this not work properly, basically. Otherwise, we will just have to skip this part of the level and see if I can figure out the jump for that, which is annoying. Right, so if I jump on this, then on this, then do this. I don't know if that actually skips the flip map or not. Depends on the height above the trigger. No. As you can see, it's reset. Yep. We're back. And now we're going to see if we can get this jump to work. It's annoying. I'm just going to save state this, actually. Yeah. It's going to take me a few tries. Need to be... Yeah. There we go. That actually went better than I feared. Alright, so that's a skip. Kinda have to do that because the game is broken. Normally you have to go behind the propeller, get to the lake, climb around and you get to the top part, and then later you go on top of this and shimmy across and go here. So we're going to use this path to go back on top of the ship, and we'll try to retrace our steps back to go where we were supposed to be, behind the propeller, so we can play the game normally. So we can try to get back to Dev Intended. Glad that we're not soft-locked, at least. Should be a couple dudes here. Right, so I'm just going to fall here. And we'll try to do this Dev Intended. And for that we have to go around here. Assuming I can't even climb there. Should be able to. Yeah. Who spawned? And to be fair, with the tools they had available, I'm not sure how they could fix that easily. Right, so I'm going to go downstairs here. so we can go back to the underground lake. Right. So the secret is down there. The boat is here. I do wonder if it's going to fix the flip map when I get back behind it, or if it's going to stay broken. Yeah, no, it stays broken. So there's like a hole in the ground here in final, which is the exit of the tunnel. Yeah, right here. And that triggers the music, and here, again, that's coherent with what they were trying to do. The trigger for the music was here. So yeah, makes sense with what they were trying to do here. Alright, so we're back on the rails. What's shooting at me? Also, not sure what the bubbles are supposed to be here. They're not there in final. Right, so you can go around on foot without touching the water here. Something's shooting at me and I have no idea what. Oh, there you are. Let me just take care of you. Oh. Yeah, I know what this is, and that also happens in Remaster. This part of the map is intersecting here exactly, which is where Lara was pointing, with this part of the map, where we grabbed the key earlier, the one where you fall from up here. So she's targeting the barracudas that are in the other room. And I had no idea that was a thing, and I encountered that in Remaster, actually. There we go. Anyway. Let me just M16 this guy. Go. So the bubbles I saw earlier were probably the bubbles from the harpoons. Which makes sense. Let me grab the secret. Which should spawn sharks. If I remember correctly. Well, I can just go directly to the exit down here. Oh, it should be a shotgun guy on the right here. It is a lot closer than in final. Maybe it spawns earlier, or maybe the AI is different and it doesn't usually come this close. Let's just go grab the key. So yeah, lots of full damage here in final. They give you a med pack. Don't know how much health I have. Yeah, we should be able to survive that. Right. No sharks? You're not a shark. Just here. Grabbing the secret spawns 2 sharks, I think, in final. Oh, shit, there you are. What the hell? Did I just not see this guy, or did he spawn in front of me? Are we dropping frames again? We have dropped frames. Doesn't look like it's dropping again, so that's fine. Don't take grenades here in final. Hello. Should be more. Again, pretty sure this is one of the dudes with the white shirts and the stick. Might be a type of enemy they added later. One of those holes has grenades. Might be this one. Yeah, there we go. Haven't used grenades much. Must have quite a few by now. So the key goes here, but we need to open the door first, and for that we need to go on top of here. So that's where you normally go, playing the game normally. Although we can probably just backflip on this slope and grab the roof here as well, if you turn correctly. There's a lot of little skips here. You never have to do that because you normally come from this shortcut anyway. Oh, hello. I want to deal with you. Alright. Casually climbing the slope. Best viewers. Bye. Oh, that was me. Alright, so same pickups here. Secret in the pool. We should be able to trigger that by just jumping above the square, which should spawn divers. And when we come back, I think another flamethrower guy spawns? Question mark? It's been a while. Is that all secrets? No, I'm still missing the jade secret at the end. Okay, maybe that flamethrower guy spawns later. I don't remember. we have a push block we can use to climb back up if we want to. We don't particularly want to. Must be a guy behind here that I'm hearing. Camera, please. I'm going to grab the secret at the end because I don't want to climb back up. I can't really easily get back on this block after grabbing the secret because of the spikes. So I would have to walk all the way back up, which means actually doing the shortcut again. So how about we don't? I've dropped frames again. But looks like it held. Okay, we don't do that. That's not what I wanted to do. How do I... There we go. Don't save. That would be bad. Yeah, it is. Don't know if it's just me or if it's just the French servers. Okay, here should work. I might be even able to do this. Nice. Right, so dev intended. Where does the shimmy start? It starts here. So dev intended you just do this. By the way, you might have noticed every time I pick up a secret, it interrupts the background music, which is normal. They only use one channel for music. They fix that in remaster. But in this version, the background noise doesn't restart. It might do the same with regular music cues as well. Background sound doesn't restart until you actually save and reload. So that's fixed in the final. Hey Rockstar, what's up? Good morning, good morning. Experiencing some technical difficulties with the Twitch servers, but otherwise doing fine. We encountered our first soft lock of the prototype. A very interesting sequence where when you go downstairs, like you have to fill up the water. I'm going to show that real quick for people that are joining in. In this area here in final, you go under there in the tunnel after pushing this block, and you end up behind the propeller here. What you have in this prototype is actually you have a push block here that triggers this part to collapse, and you just go through where the propeller was. And this is broken because of flipmap shenanigans, so they just removed that part in final. Very interesting that they're trying to do that here. Yep. No shoes, Lara. Let me get back to this. So yeah, this is soft locked in this version because of flipmap shenanigans. So they had to cut that in final. Otherwise, I haven't seen any difference. Except maybe some enemy spawns. For this level. too lazy to do the push block. Should add more people. Well, yeah, it is fixed in final, as in the 1997 November final release version. This is a prototype from 2 months before the official 1997 release, so that's why there are some different things here that are not working properly, which is the entire point that we're trying to explore here. Yep. This is most likely... This is 90% complete. This is most likely a version that was given to journalists so they could start writing guides and articles before the release. Most likely. Or it was something maybe a bit of a progress version to give to the producer. Things like that. Or to the marketing department so they could take some screenshots for marketing. You know, things like that. This is 2 months before release. Game released in like 21st November, and this is the 30th of September. So right at the end of the month makes me think that's like a scheduled internal release, basically. And we did encounter some interesting things. Not a lot, but some, yeah. Like I said, this is like 90% complete. 90% final. But there are some few differences, some interesting differences. I haven't encountered any softlock aside from this one in this level. The game works otherwise, as you would expect. No massive surprise. Storage key. Some of the key models and colors are different, I think. Other things we've noticed, I won't list them all, but for example, we've got ammo icons from Tomb Raider 1. There's only the Tomb Raider 1 icons, so shotgun, auto pistols are the Magnum and Uzis, and everything else after that just uses the Uzi icon. So something they didn't have time to do all the icons, they just removed that completely from final. There are some softlocks in some places, I can't really think of any right now. I'm pretty sure there's a couple places where you can soft lock, but you kinda have to try a bit harder to get it. Like out of the way things. Alright, final secret. Thing that's different, the secrets, getting all 3 secrets still gives you a reward, but it doesn't give you a reward when you pick the last one. It gives you a reward silently when you finish the level. In the base game, when you grab, and here that would be the last secret of the level, regardless of which order you grab them, you would get a reward, which is usually a whole bunch of ammo, and sometimes some med packs as well. Let me kill those flamethrower dudes. Yep. The breathing of the enemies is audible from much farther than in final, but that might be a PlayStation thing and not just a final version thing, a prototype thing. Not sure. I never played the PlayStation version of this, and this prototype is the PlayStation version. So I have no idea sometimes if some of the changes are because this is PlayStation or because this is prototype. And that should be it for this level. Just go there, put the key in, and Grab the Seraph. There is no in-game cutscenes like the one with the machine gun guy at the end of Great Wall, for example, at the end of the first level, but the FMVs are there. We've seen one different FMV, otherwise they've been identical. The FMV when you arrive at the... when the plane arrives at the diving area. We're going to get an FMV here. So that's why I'm mentioning this. And hopefully the Twitch connection doesn't stop as we're doing that. That would be a shame to miss that. Oop. There we go. Again, sorry about that. Not much I can do. This is Tibetan Foothills S. So I've also mentioned that a few times. All the levels have a letter at the end, and I'm pretty sure those are version numbers. So S means this level has probably had quite a few iterations. So probably one of the early levels it did, and they kept iterating on it. Alright, so this is there. With that many iterations, I expect this is pretty close to final. Going to see if the skidoos work properly. That's going to be interesting. Especially since there are two different skidoos here. I haven't dropped a regular save yet. Missing sounds. That's... Oh! Okay, so... there's an invisible texture here and a whole lot of black texture below. So that's... broken. Interesting. Yeah, but that's classic Tomb Raider. It's especially bad in Tomb Raider 3 where you have a limited amount of saves. At least in Tomb Raider 2 you can just reload and do that again. In Tomb Raider 2, Tomb Raider 1. In Tomb Raider 3 PlayStation you have a limited amount of saves, you have save crystals. In Tomb Raider 1 you have fixed save crystals as well. Yeah, this is broken. And there are missing texture downstairs as well, yeah. Actually, I think the texture we're seeing up here is the texture that's supposed to be downstairs here. I think that's what we're seeing. So, something broken at the map level. Shit happens. Okay, we can see the skidoo. Alright. Should be back. What time is it? Yeah. I'm going to try to change servers again, and then I'm going to answer your question. Be right back. Going to switch to like London or something like that. See if that's the Paris servers that are fucking up.